So I've officially hit 11 months with the Coolray. I get asked a lot if it's still as good as the day I've got it, or if the fuel cost is a killer. Now that the honeymoon phase is over, here's the actual breakdown. Let's get the fuel stuff out of the way first. In the city, I'm averaging at around 12 liter per 100 kilometer. It's a turbocharged, so if you're stuck in traffic, it's going to drink a bit. But on the highway, it's a total different story actually. I'm seeing 5 to 6 liter per 100 kilometer, which is honestly great. So how is it holding up? I mean, performance-wise, it's honestly still feel like day one. The engine isn't getting any louder and it's still just as fun to drive. I've also been checking the interior for wears and tear since I'm always in there. But the materials are holding up perfectly, no scratches, no fading, plus the screen and the whole system is still very snappy and it works like charm. 11 months in and I'm still really happy with it. So let's get into the problems. This is the honest part. As for the issues, honestly it's nothing significant. I've had one weird moment where the automatic side mirror refused to move, but it's literally fixed itself and it hasn't happened since. The only other things is that the driver's seat, it makes a tiny bit of noise sometimes, but it's nothing biggie. It seems like it's an easy fix. Overall, 11 months in, this thing still feels pretty solid. Alright, let's talk about tech, because I've got a few bones to pick here. So 11 months in, and the infotainment system is started to feel a little bit dated. Especially when you look at the new electric lineups coming out now, this feels like it's lagging behind. So first off, there's no over-the-air updates, no app stores. Basically what's in the system is what you get. It is a very locked-in experience, and when we talk about the ports, it's 2026, why are we still getting USB Type-A? Everything is in Type-C now. So having to dig out old cables feels a little bit behind in times. Well, however, I did find a solid workaround. If you want more out of the screen, I highly recommend you getting an Android box. You just have to plug it in and it's just let you run full Android on the infotainment system. It's completely open things up and add all the capabilities that the stock system is missing. It's honestly a game changer if you are a power user like me. I also want to touch on why I'm still standing by this car 11 months later. I didn't buy this car on a whim. I actually been test driving almost every equivalent lineup currently available in Cambodia. I've spent time behind the wheel of BYD C-Line 5, the Jet Tour Dashing, and the GAC M-Zoom GS3. Basically anything in this price bracket. And honestly, nothing has come close to the package you get here. I mean, don't get me wrong, those are decent cars, I can admit it. But when you look into the total value, the engine performance, the actual drive feeling, and the option list, the Coolray is just on the other level. It's such a well-rounded package that it's hard to overlook even a year later. It got that punchy, responsive feeling that the other just seems to miss in my opinion. For the price, it still feels like the smartest move. Look, I'm not here to sugarcoat anything or give you the sales pitch. I'm just giving you my honest opinion after living with this thing for nearly a year. That's all. Okay, before I close off, I also have to talk about the transmission. Compared to the other cars that were tested in this price range, the gearbox in the Coolray is much better. It's just way more responsive. But being honest, it's not 100% perfect since it's a dual clutch, so you get the hang of it and how it feels. But every once in a while, it'll give you a bit of a jerk. I notice it most when I'm stopping on a hill slope. When you go to engage the engine again, it's like the transmission get a bit confused for a split second and it kicks. It is a minor thing. It's 90% of the time the transition are incredibly smooth. It's just that 1% quirk you have to be aware of, but overall it's still the best transmission feels in this class. Okay, this is the end of this video, and if you have any questions, just drop it in the comments. I will try to answer as much as I could if I know the answer to those questions. But in the meanwhile, be safe.